Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be working on items for our potions shelf. This is going to be a new series that we are starting. We haven't done any potions on this channel so far. We've shown some that we've done, but we've not actually made any. And so we are going to go ahead and get started on some of them. We are going to also be doing some items to go on our Weasley shelf. So we have some items that are from the Wonder Witch collection that I would like to make as well. I feel like my Weasley shelf is just very, very bare. I have a few items that I plan to get when I go back to Universal Orlando, but currently I am not going anytime soon. We're just going to kind of keep an eye on the hurricane situations around there and then go a little bit later. So I thought I would go ahead and just make some items to go on the shelf to where it would at least look like we have some things on it, and even with the new items that we're planning to get, these will still fit in nicely. So today we're actually going to start with an item for the Weasley shelf. So this is going to be from the Wonder Witch collection, and we're actually going to be doing the Flirting Fancies. So this is actually the label that is used in the movies. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this. Just went through my local Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Dollar General, and Walmart trying to find items that we could use for this series. I did put up a short video showing some of the items that we found, but then I found a few other things that we're going to use, and then some of them I already had in my crafting supplies. So I'll try to remember where I found them and let you know where they came from. None of this has been prepared. We are just doing this as we go, so don't think that this is something that I have already currently made and I'm remaking it, because that would not be the case. Probably should have, so where I would actually be prepared for it, but let's just get into it. So we are going to be doing the Flirting Fancies first. This is going to be a very simple thing to do. So I just have this little small jar. I did find these on Amazon, and I think I bought a case of like 20, maybe 24, something like that. If I can find it, I'll link it below so that you know. This is the same jar that I ended up using for my Rumpent Musk that is on my Fantastic Beasts shelf. If you've not seen that video, I will link it below. But this is the little jar that we're going to be using. It just has the little cork stopper, and it is glass. And then I picked up these little vase fillers at Dollar Tree. This is what I ended up getting. I bought 2 bags of these in case we need them to fill this with. I feel like we're probably only going to need 1 bag, but you never know, we might use 2. So on this one, it's going to be really simple. We're just going to take the stopper out of this and open these little pieces up. Now I did take that off, and it did have staples in it. It also does have a resealable area here, so you can reseal these if you don't use them all. And I just normally take them and make a little funnel in the end of the bag here to where I can pour them without making a huge mess. If you had a funnel that you wanted to use, that would be great too. And you can fill this as much as you want to or as little as you want to. If you did this to where it's not all the way full, it would look like they have just kind of been used. I love the look of like the potions, and even, you can't see these up here, but even my bottles that are with the 3 broomsticks and pubs look like they have already been partially used. My Giggle water only has about that much water in it, and my butterbeer looks like it's been opened as well. I have the fishy green ale that looks like it's been used, as well as the lemon squash. They all kind of look like they've had a little bit poured out of them or drank out of them, and I think they look great like that. So I like them to be somewhat full, and then sometimes I like them to be partially used. It's just kind of preference, however you want it to look. But this is what that ended up looking like, and I love how it has the iridescence, because when the light shines on it, it just kind of has a little glisten to it. As you can see, we only used about half of that bag, so I can put this up for another thing later. So now we are going to figure out like what we want to do around the top of this. I have different kinds of toppers to use. I also have twine and fishing string, but I thought with this being this really pretty look and this Wonder Witch look, I kind of thought I might would go with either like a pearl or an iridescent bead with it. The pearls are almost the same color. They're kind of that off-white, so I think I'm actually going to go with the clear iridescence, just because I don't want it to all be the exact same color. And I think I found this at Walmart a long time ago. I don't really remember exactly where it came from, but I'll look and see if I can find some somewhere. So with this, we could just go and make 1 loop around the top, which would be just fine. We could also make it to where it kind of just goes around and then hangs down some. And I think that is actually what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to leave some of it hanging, kind of like that look of it. And I think I may leave quite a bit hanging. I think that's the look I'm going to go with mine. So I'm going to play with this for just a second and see about how long I want this to be. I think that's kind of where I'm going with it. Like I said, I'm just winging these. I haven't practiced with any of these or have any idea as to what I want them to really look like. Great thing about this stuff is it does have the little string in the middle, and it will basically just twist around itself, kind of hold it there. You don't really have to glue these in place if you don't want to, but you can. You can use hot glue. You can use, a lot of times I just use like the clear Elmer's glue on things like this because I know I'm not going to be messing with them. So they're going to just stay put because they're not being played with or moved around. I think that is just kind of how I'm going to leave mine. I may put a little dot of glue right there just to kind of keep it down to where it's not pushing out. But I'm also going to end up putting my label on here. So this actually has a little piece that comes up there. I just ended up clipping it down a little bit, and I'm going to use this to make it attach with. This is what I'm going to glue to where the rest of the label just kind of stands out. Again, I'm just using Elmer's glue. I do have a crafting glue over here. I also have a hot glue gun. So you can use whatever you want to. I also have glue dots that I use quite a bit, and those work really well with a lot of things too. But like I said, nobody messes with mine, so mine are fine to leave with very little attachment. So I'm thinking I am just going to put my label right underneath my knot, just on the flat part of the bottle. So I just ended up gluing that on there, and I want my label to kind of stand out because this is such a small bottle that if it doesn't, you're probably not really going to notice it very much. And I want it to be noticed, but I also want it to just be kind of simple also. Now you could definitely go a step further with this, and you could put some wax on the top of it and make a cute little design in it. But this is such a tiny little top that I don't know that I really want to go that way. And it's not like it's something that is poisonous or dangerous or anything like that. So I feel like my wax tops should be for something that is something you really want to make sure you know if it's been used. And this doesn't really qualify for that, in my opinion. But I do love the way that these just kind of hang down. And again, this is such a simple little thing to make, and yet will give you an appearance of doing something really neat to your shelves. So there we go. This is the Flirting Fancies. And I'm just going to sit it over here, and I just have it. If you hear the cat, sorry, it's Minx. She's in here now trying to talk to me. I know she has food. She's not hungry. She just wants attention. So that is the Flirting Fancies. So is this something that you would make for your shelves? Is there something that you would like us to make that you would want to put on your shelves? Leave a comment down below. And with that being said, have a wonderful day. And remember, we love you.